money into their pots to pay for that big chain that Natalie was talking about earlier. And then we start enjoying the benefits of the Arbonne products. So we start buying from our own shop, we start using our own products, and we know then we've got superior products that we are using all the time. And then also what happens then is we start to get paid for those products that we're using and buying from our own shop. So we stop, we start, and then we share. Should we share the benefits of the products, how wonderful they are? We share the business opportunities, we share with people how they can order online and make sort of healthy and safer choices with their skincare and nutrition products.
I think one of the things I just want to add there is that, I get paid for washing my hair, I get paid to have a shower. It doesn't mean that I never used to shower before, and I shower more now, but we all shower every day. Hands up if you showered today. Hands up if you washed your hair in the last week. Hands up if you put some sort of deodorant on. Exactly. So they're all consumable products. We all use them every day. And actually, I've got a sheet over here. Most women, and I dare say a lot of men, use over 515 different chemicals on their skins every single day. So are they serving you is all I want to say to that.
So it all starts with you. Whether you want to improve your health, your nutrition, your skin, your lifestyle for the future, whether you want to have a new career opportunity or a hobby that will pay you a bit of money on the side, it's your choice, it's your decision. All these people here come from various walks of lives, various backgrounds. So people that are consultants, there's doctors, there's lawyers, there's people that work in the NHS, people that work for airlines, there's stay-at-home mums, there's stay-at-home dads. So there's so many different sort of walks of life that people come from to all join together to be healthier and to enjoy the Arbonne family.
So I think we've touched on this. It is a global opportunity in 6 countries around the world currently and expanding, and I think with Groupe Rocher's support we are going to see that expansion go even quicker now to more countries around the world. So if you've got relatives in countries or friends in countries that we're currently not serving, don't worry, we are coming.
Hold tight, hold there. So ways to earn an income if you chose to be a consultant then. So commission, so we get commission on the products that we sell. We get overrides, so if then you have other people in your team, you get an override, so a bit of a payment on the things that they sell. And then when you get to the third level in the company, you get the Mercedes-Benz cash bonus, and this is the exciting level that everybody wants to get to, because when you get there, you get a £500 bonus each month that you can put towards a Mercedes. It has to be a Mercedes because it's a quality product, and it has to be white because that signifies being pure. And people at the third level of the company get that. And then the other thing you can do is get cash bonuses. So at every level in the company, which we'll talk about in a little moment, at every level of the company, you get opportunities to earn cash bonuses. And at the moment, for example, there's double bonus. So whatever your bonus is, they'll double it for the month. So there's always lots of different sort of incentives to enable you to earn an income if that's what you choose to do.
See that. So there are 4 levels within the company, 4 managerial levels if you like. So the first level is at a district manager level, and it takes on average about 7 to 8 months to get to this level on average. And the kind of average earnings of a district manager, I really can't see that, is about £167 a month. So that's in addition to kind of what you're currently earning, and as Lisa said, people build this in the pockets of their time. The next level up is area manager, and this is the average earnings there about £869, and it takes about 20 months to get there. And at this level, it becomes really interesting and beneficial for a lot of people, because at this level, when you achieve area manager level, an additional £870 for anybody, I think, is not bad on top of what you're currently bringing home. But also your business is then willable. So for people with young families or people that are currently self-employed that don't have anything to kind of lead their families, I mean, we don't like to think about kind of when we might not be on this planet anymore, but actually knowing that your family have security of that regular income coming in, whatever you're earning on a regular basis at that point, if you did unfortunately have to depart this land, the Arbonne pledge is that they will continue to pay that to your family for generations to come. And that is, I think, a comfort and some security that many people don't have in any other walk of life. I work for the NHS. Yes, there's a death benefit payable to my family on my death, but actually that is not, my salary doesn't go on being paid and paid and paid and paid for years and years to come, whereas it does at this level in the company. Then the next level is that regional vice president level. And at this level, the earnings are between kind of 2,000 and more. The average is about £3,500 a month. So when you get to this level, you're kind of starting to earn corporate income. And many, many people we know in the Arbonne company have done this in part-time hours, working 10 to 15 hours a week. And this is also the level, as Lisa mentioned, where you get that £500 cash bonus towards your white Mercedes. So this is a very significant level for many, many people, and many, many people we know have achieved this level. The final and fourth stage of management in this company is National Vice President, and at this level, the average earnings are around about £12,000 per month. And your earnings are not capped. Like in my day job, I know I can only earn a certain amount because that's the grade for my job and that's how much I'm going to get paid. Whereas the other thing I think we haven't probably emphasised very much is this is effort-based. If you put in the hours, if you put in the work, that gets recognised, that gets rewarded, you earn the money. And the person that recruited me to this business, I could overtake them if I'm putting in more effort and more hours and I'm building my business quicker. So I could reach national vice president level, and the person that's recruited me in might be a regional vice president level or even area manager, because if I'm putting in that extra work, you get rewarded for that. Earnings are uncapped at this level, the final level, average earnings £12,000, but it can be much, much, much more than that. And there are some people in this business earning 6 figures each month because they've built it. Some of these people admittedly have been in it, maybe 20, 30 years, but there's no limit. You only stop if you stop yourself. So you can continue to build it. That's all I'm saying.
So where do you see yourself then? So you might be sitting here thinking, yeah, I fancy giving that a go. I'd like to be an independent consultant. So then you could start your own business. At the moment we've actually got a really good deal, and it's only £10 at the moment to start as £10 to start as a preferred client. I'm jumping ahead of myself. £30 as a consultant. And actually, what other business could you start for that sort of money? And you get just to get some skincare, to get your website set up, and the package that you could start with your business is like absolutely amazing. And you could be earning that commission straight away, or you could just be getting the discount on the products you're buying. So a really good sort of way to start with your business. Also, another thing when you're an independent consultant, there's huge amounts of growth and personal development. So the company really supports you, whether it's with training on the products, whether it's training on the company, whether it's just self-development training, loads of recommendations of books, lots of training courses. We were on a leadership academy a couple of months back where we learned lots about products and self-development. Next month we're going up to Birmingham to the NEC to our annual conference, where I'm sure we're going to learn absolutely loads and have an awful lot of fun, I'm sure, as well. So there's a huge amount of personal sort of development and support with that as well. So it might be you want to be an independent consultant, or it might be that you just want to use the products and you want to be a client, which is someone that just goes onto our online shop and buys, or you want to be a preferred client. That's the one I was saying is a special offer at the moment for £10. So you pay £10 and then you get that discount every single product you buy for a whole year. So you'll make your £10 back on your first order pretty much most of the time. So that's a really good deal. Or perhaps you don't want either of those options. Perhaps you fancy being a host for a party, because actually one of the ways that we recommend products is through parties. So we can come to your house, bring all our products, have a bit of a pamper, tell you a bit about the company, tell you a bit about the products. Nobody has to buy, there's no pressure to buy, just enjoy the products and have a bit of a fun evening with a glass of Prosecco. But if anybody at your party does buy, and then as host you would get a gift and some discounts and special sort of rewards for hosting the party on the night too.
Common fears. I mean, lots of people say, I don't have enough time. As I said earlier, my average working week is about 55 to 60 hours. And I was, driving backwards and forwards to work last year thinking there's got to be more to life. And I didn't have time to read a book. But I jumped into this because the alternative for me, 5 years' time, I could early retire myself. I don't have to continue doing that 55 to 60 hours a week until I'm 67, and then I might just be too worn out to enjoy my retirement. So, you know, I don't watch television really anymore, and I spend maybe an hour in the evening kind of trying to build my Arbonne business. Sometimes I do a miracle morning where I get up maybe an hour or half an hour earlier in the morning, and I find that I can do some Arbonne time there, and obviously weekends. And it's just, you know, it is effort based, so the more hours I put in, the more I'm building my business, the more I can get out of it, and the quicker I can take my early retirement. Lots of people say that, you know, you don't have the money. We've got people that start as they struggle to find £30 to sign up, and you know, for some people £30 can be a lot of money, but actually once you can manage that investment and then you're part of the Arbonne community, you can just recommend your shop to people. You have that online shop, you don't have to sell anything out yourself. Once you've got your email address, you give it to Arbonne headquarters, your shop is there. You can promote that to all of your friends. Most people these days, even if you struggle to find the £30, most people have Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn. You just tell people this is the website address for your shop, and people can do it. That costs you nothing to spread the word. So people, you know, it doesn't cost lots of money. You don't have to buy all of the products. There's no commitment to buy all of the products. You just start sharing the Arbonne story with your family and friends, and helping them to buy the products, help them to stop buying from the high street, start buying from your high street, your online shop, start sharing that, and then growing that way. You know, and we all don't know, you know, how many people do you know? Is it anything? We ask people to write down a list of 100 people they know. Oh, I don't know 100 people. When you sit and think about it, do you remember the names of the people you went to school with? Do you go to church and know those people? Do you go to a social or a leisure club regularly? When you start to sit down and really think about it, you've got relations, you've got cousins. Who do your cousins know? Who do your neighbours know? This list of 100 people soon can grow and grow and grow. And you don't have to know them all intimately, you can just invite them to take a look. It's just sharing what you know. You don't have to understand the business model. That's, you know, people like Lisa and I, we're still learning. We've been in this about a year now, we're still learning. You don't have to know that. The people that sponsor you in, that get you involved in the business, know that. We've got the whole resource, it's called, on the Arbonne website that every client, every consultant has access to, has all of the information that you would need to run a business. It's all there at your fingertips, all of the product information that you need. I'm not a salesperson, I couldn't sell snow to a penguin or an Eskimo, you know, I just couldn't. They probably would be interested. So that's the wrong target audience anyway. But it's just about being interested in, I think for me, the ethics of the company, the product policy, and I believe in that, and I can talk to people about that passionately because it's something I believe in. And I think if, you know, anyone that is interested in ethical companies and ethical product policies, it just speaks for itself. You don't need to be able to sell it, you don't need to convince anyone to buy it. They either appreciate it or they don't, and you walk on to the next person.
So I think this is a big one for Arbonne. Arbonne is telling everyone to dream big and what about what you want for the future. So you are where you are today because of the choices you made yesterday. So you're making your own decisions, you're setting your own destiny and setting your own future. The middle one for me, this was the question that I was asked. If you keep doing what you're doing now, where will you be in 5 years' time? And that alongside, you know, what's your plan B, what's your backup plan for the future? So if you always do what you've always done, you'll always be what you've always been. So think about what you want to be in the future, what you want for you, what you want for your family, what you want for your general lifestyle. And yes, some things don't work, but actually if you don't try, then how do you know? So don't ask yourself what happens if it doesn't work, ask yourself what happens if it does, and just throw yourself in and give it a go, like we did.
Yes.
So that's everything. So thank you very much for coming this evening. Thank you for listening to us. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to ask. We've got lots of products here for you to come and have a try. So please come on over and try the products and have a chat with us about anything you want to know. Thank you very much.
Hey.